it's definitely when you've finished it and then, yeah, paper edit and then doing all that. How about you?
I kind of, yeah, like, I mean, jokingly, but truthfully, like, once it hits the 90 page, like, if I haven't finished the story, obviously keep going, but once it hits that kind of threshold, to me, that's the first draft done. And then when it's done, like, I'm not gonna, is when I've read through it and you've read through it and there's no major plot holes or big bumps or something like that, right? At least to
Yeah.
me, that's when it feels done at the stage where it can go out for notes. And then it's more about like, oh, this scene here should be bigger, or this scene I think when it feels like nothing is missing. When
Yes.
I read it and it doesn't feel like I'm missing anything. There's still dials to be turned left or right. There
Mhm.
might still need to be, this could go up here technically or what have you, but
Yeah.
does it convey the full breadth of the story, the full journey of the character? Does it have a
Mm.
ending to, I think, with I often work between, like, I have my beginning where they're trying to end and then I figure out the middle kind of thing. And so if it feels
Yeah.
like the ending tees up factorially, I think that'd be it. Was like, so yeah, like a solid ending and it feels like nothing is missing. Right. I mean, things can be changed, but it's not like, oh well, she sees no struggle throughout this entire thing, or like there's nothing
Yeah.
to, or whatever, or like it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. There was something, I mean, just to talk about, like, there was,
Yeah.
in Girls Like Us, there was a scene where for one of the characters, it's like, "Oh, I would like to know more about the dynamic between these 2 characters." And so, like, we beefed it up a little bit, and there's still a lot of room that we could beef it up even more, but we're not gonna add other plot points in, right? Like, the
Yeah.
scenes that are between those 2 characters, we might flesh them out more, they might reveal more of their dynamic, like, to satisfy, which is a note that is very, like, legitimate. But that's sort of like, to me, I don't sweat that stuff, and I think, like, what you're saying too of, like, things might get moved around, might get, like, beefed up, but, like, you're not rearranging the story or adding more big
Mhm.
moving pieces into it. That's sort of when you're like, "Yeah, we're working with this script."
Yeah. I think actually, to circle back to that question of the thing that I secretly wish I wrote, more of the things I wish I wrote are in TV than they are in film. So
Mm.
not screenplays so much as episodes. And I mean, there's a handful of them for sure. But I definitely think in classics like Living Single, or more recently even Mara Brockett Kills Like Forever was really so well done. But the two kind of like holy grails for me, where I watched it, no, I lied, there's 3, where I watched it and I was specifically, like, jealous of just how, thing, which is